Ladies and gentlemen, from Heartland, Wisconsin, Funky Ben Askren! Stepping onto the scales, U.S. Olympian. Official weight, 191 pounds, 191 for Funky Ben Askren. And now his opponent, no stranger to the digital world. Of course, he's made his mark as a recording artist, appearances on film and television. He comes to us fighting out of Miami, Florida, a native of Ohio. His professional record, 2 fights, 2 victories, both by knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the digital superstar. Please welcome Jake, the Problem Child, Paul! 2 fights, 2 victories, 2 by knockout as a professional. This fight is scheduled for 8 rounds. The cruiserweight division, once again sanctioned by the Georgia State Athletic Commission. We'll be live along with a great card of boxing and all the entertainment your heart could ever wish for on pay-per-view. Stepping onto the scales, Jake Paul, the Problem Child. $191.5, 191.5 for the undefeated digital superstar, the Problem Child, Jake Paul. Here they are face to face, our main event fighters, Funky Ben Askren, Jake Paul, the Problem Child versus Funky Ben. Tomorrow night live on pay-per-view from Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, Georgia. Our main event. All right, gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, let's turn the microphone back over to Mr.
What did you take away, one day away from your main event matchup against Jake Paul? What's going through your mind? What did you take away from the stare down?
I thought Jake Paul's cheerleading squad was quite rude. We got legendary Michael Buffer up here, and these motherfuckers are interrupting him. That was terrible. Rude, guys.
So what's your prediction for tomorrow night? How's it going down?
7th round TKO.
All right, Funky Ben Askren, ladies and gentlemen, predicting a 7th round TKO. The undefeated Jake Paul. Jake, we are a day away from your main event matchup against Ben Askren. I'm going to ask you the same thing. When you looked into his eyes, what did you see?
I see a guy who's underestimating me. I see a guy who's taking this as a joke. I see a guy who said, I have to take a shit in the face-off. This is the last 24 hours that we will all have to hear of Ben Askren. And this one means a lot to me, and this one's for Shadow.
Well, you certainly are fighting with the heavy heart, Shadow being your bodyguard who passed away. And he mentioned, I believe you said that he predicted 228 of the first round. Are you sticking with that prediction that you're going to finish off Ben Askren in that time?
You know, we'll see, but I don't think he makes it out of 2 rounds. I mean, look at the guy. He's got a beer belly, so clearly didn't take training camp seriously. And hey, look, we all did the talking, we did the entertainment shit. But now it's time to let the fists fly.
Well, you're all about entertainment. I've never seen, I've done a lot of weigh-ins, I've never seen a robot as a mascot for a prize fighter. Where did that come from?
Look, NFL teams have mascots, NBA teams have mascots. Why don't boxers? I've said I'm the FOB, and I'm going to show that tomorrow night.
Jake Paul, ladies and gentlemen.
I can't think of anything that I'd rather be doing right now, getting it in with my people out there who are watching and tuning in. What's going on in the big game? And of course, you know, Jake Paul and Ben Askren are the headlining fight this weekend, and we got a lot to unpack. But man, at the press conference, did my man George Ferocious Kambosis and Lopez Teofimo Lopez, that is, have a few harsh words for each other, man, and that fight will not need to be sold. It will be one of the most epic battles this year because you got two lion hearts, true bloodline, lions, and you don't have to unpack much when it comes down to these guys. They don't want it with each other outside the ring. They want it with each other inside the ring. So we're gonna show you a little bit of that. Without any further ado, it's time to box on a fight show.
The table come fight night. I've been in the big leagues. I've been in the guys that have the experience, the amount of work. But this, at the end of the day, I don't overlook nobody that I face. You know what I mean? Whether he wants to say defensive coach, I've been, you know what I mean? All that we could push to the side. Me and my father, dynamic duo. About 20 years in the game together. You know, and I'm 23. So me and him, we got everything. We don't need nobody else. We only bring others just because, you know what, at the end of the day, coach needs it too. He needs help. He needs help with my power. It's too strong. But at the end of the day, look, I'm only getting better. The Lomachenko fight helped me. It helped me a lot. Now I have more things that I could put into my arsenal, into my style that this guy's not even going to see. He's not even going to know what hit him. And I'm going to tell you that straight up. You talk about me being chinny. You don't even know what's coming. You say I got to worry about a right hand. You got to worry about all hands coming at you at all times.
You think it's just the right hand.
I'm telling you,
that's your downfall.
It's a whole bunch of things.
That's your downfall.
My guy, I could do it. I could break you down right now.
Hey,
and
bring
you lucky you're not
whatever you got to the table.
I could fight tomorrow.
We'll fight right now. Let's do it right now.
You lucky we're not fighting
hey,
today.
wait, wait,
Because in reality, I'll put you in a fucking stretcher.
Yeah, you wouldn't even make white. You wouldn't even make white, boy. Look at you.
Oh, hey, gentlemen, listen.
Come on, man.
I can't make shape. You guys can fight June 5th. June 5th,
gentlemen.
gentlemen.
Can't even get it off.
Let's keep. No. Hey, come on. Come on, do it right. June 5th. You can get it June 5th. June 5th. You don't get paid to fight now. You get paid to fight June 5th.
I'm gonna tell you something, my man.
You get paid
You
to
are
fight
gonna
June
be a
5th.
fucking example of why I'm gonna put everybody on their ass.
Listen.
And you know what? I'm gonna put my foot up your neck, my dude.
I'm taking all your belts.
All right.
You ain't
All
shit.
your belts.
Yo, you should be thanking me, my guy. You should be thanking me.
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 Jerry,
Undisputed
Jerry
lightweight world
Maloney
champion.
with
And
questions.
that right there. Hold
Hey,
on,
guys,
hold on.
My team
guys.
got this far for you, boy.
Hey,
My
guys.
team.
I ain't even gonna hold him back.
Your
You
promoter
don't
doesn't
gotta hold him
respect
back.
you.
I know. Hold him back.
No,
I ain't gonna
your
touch him.
promoter
We
doesn't
have
respect
questions
you.
from the
But I
media.
ain't gonna touch him.
We have questions. Can we have a seat, guys? The media from around the
You
world
ain't gonna
wants to
do
talk
shit.
to
I ain't
you.
gonna touch you. What you gonna do, my man?
All right, June 5th. June 5th. Hey, Teofimo, thank you. Let's sit down. The media has questions to ask. It's obvious you're both in impeccable shape, but you guys don't get paid to fight right now.
Look, I'll
June
tell you like
5th,
this, man.
That's when you get paid to
Tell
fight.
you like this, my man. Just be there June 5th,
Hey,
and I'll do the
You missed
rest.
your flight yesterday, boy.
I'll
so
do the rest.
You be there.
I'll
Don't
do
miss
the
flight
rest.
to the fight.
I'll do the rest.
All right, gentlemen.
You're all
Well,
over the
it's Teofimo Lopez, the undisputed lightweight champion of the world. George Kambosis, undefeated from Australia. This is for the undisputed lightweight championship of the world. Teofimo Lopez, George Kambosis. June 5th, Teofimo Lopez, George Kambosis, Triller Fight Club pay-per-view. The undisputed lightweight championship of the world is on the line. Face it out, guys. Face out for the cameras. Face out, gentlemen. All right. Face out, guys. Teo, you want to grab the championships? You want to grab the championships, George? All right. Let's face out for the cameras. There we go, guys. Teofimo Lopez, George Kambosis, Triller Fight Club pay-per-view. All right, thank you very much, gentlemen. Teofimo
This was
Lopez.
a segment from the weekend that Kambosis and Teofimo Lopez got an opportunity to face off. And as you can see, it was nothing but fire. And those two guys are lions. They want to get it in. And I think without any further ado, when you see these kind of guys, you don't have to force the fight or push the fight or instigate. They just don't like each other when it comes down to one trying to take the other spot. So what you're going to see is two guys the same way that you saw Hearns versus Hagler. They're not coming to fight. They're coming to prove a point. And being on the show a little while back, George Kambosis made it very clear that he wants those belts. He's not talking that talk. There are a lot of those guys that talk that talk, some of you got an opportunity to see us chop it up with George Kambosis when he was on the Fight Show. But there's something about the fiber in that young man that when you see him, you see a true lion heart, a true elite athlete with the pedigree at the pinnacle of sports. So when you see that kind of fiber and DNA, you know you see it. It's the real deal. But I love the fiber in which he's come from. He had the same attitude that Lopez had, and he went into the Lomachenko. He had no doubt in his mind, and he had his dad, a solid team. The same thing for George Kambosis. He's surrounded by good guys. He's taking himself out of his atmosphere in Aussie, and he's going to Miami down here, and he's getting his training, what's necessary, because it doesn't matter what you know. Until you're training at a championship level with true championship killers inside of your camp, it's irrelevant what you're doing. And when it's all said and done, it takes a true training camp. Well, a lot of the guys that are in the sport, you know, they're in training camp beating up guys that they're supposed to beat up. But when you start to do elite level training camps, when you go off to the mountains for 8 weeks, 10 weeks, man, that's different level, man. You're fighting a bunch of, you're in a room full of barracudas. And if you don't know how to swim, you will get drowned. And I know that when he's coming to Miami, down South Florida, man, the heat is here. So I want you to keep in mind that that is one of the necessary evils that's going on. Because if he was just over in Aussie, it'd be much more difficult to make what he's making happen. So I had to jump on that fight. And here's a clip from the show that we had, and he spoke specifically, and he spoke from his heart. And like I said, I can identify a fake one when I see one. He's a real one. Let's take a listen.
One of the sayings that Spartans will say, I mean, you go into battle with your shield or on your shield. You come on shield. It means you go in there.
Yeah.
If you lose or you get killed, I mean, you're going to be with your shield. You don't have your shield in the battle. You don't retreat. And it's such an important thing where you're in the heat of battle. You know, round 9, 10, you're getting through them hard rounds. That's where you suck. I'm a warrior here. I'm here to fight. If this man's going to take me out, will take me out. But I'll be here with my shield and sword, you know, throughout the whole fight.
So that was a good, I'm glad you asked that question, Otis. That was good stuff. So what we're going to do now is ask you what's next for George Ferocious Kambosis. What's next on your menu?
Well, look, like I said, negotiations have already started between my team, my managers, and obviously Bob Arum, Teofimo Lopez's team. So that's the fight. That's the fight I want. I really want that fight. Styles make fights. I'm his mandatory. I'm the only mandatory challenger throughout the lightweight board. Obviously, Lee Selby was the number one in the WBO as well. So really, I should be the IBF, which I am, number one, and I should be the WBO number one. So I pretty much got him in the corner, and I just hope you know, he accepts the fight. I know he's a solid fighter, but this is an absolutely great fight for the fans. And I truly believe, I have the full self-belief in myself that I'll win this fight and take all his belts.
Yes.
Sort of like the same thing he said to Lomachenko.
Yeah, well, look, it's a crazy thing because he had so much belief in himself against Lomachenko, and now the script is flipped. Now he's on the back end of, obviously he's the man now. So you got to worry when you're at the top. You're not looking at who's obviously in front of you. You got to be worried who's coming up from behind you. And I'm right on him now. I'm chasing him, and no other lightweights is calling him out. Everyone's saying, oh, maybe in a couple of years, oh, I'm the A side. Look, you can be the A side, no problem. I don't care about any of that. Well, I just want to fight you. And you guys, you're doing a great job. You know, you're giving that outlet to fighters like myself to showcase a different side. You know, so many people just see that side in the ring, but you guys are showcasing a different side where we can talk, you know, not just purely about what am I going to do to this guy, what am I going to do to that guy, but a whole different look. And it's been absolutely fantastic.
That's my point. This dude's the real deal. Now I'm going to hop on this fight with Ben Askren and Jake Paul real quick. This is a special edition show, so we're on the beat, on the road, getting it in. But remember, Buddy McGirt will be in the building, one of the greatest to ever do it, and take his professional fight career and become an elite level world championship trainer. That's a very, very big hurdle to accomplish, but we will love to have the legend in the house on Thursday, so make sure you keep it locked. Now, as we look at this fight with Ben Askren and Jake Paul, I want you guys to let me know in the comment box who you got, who you think will win. But what I saw today, it let me know several things. Being an elite level athlete like Ben Askren is, Olympian, a true killer in the ring. He's not known for his striking ability, and when that, to me, that says a lot can happen in this thing. But anything after the 4th and 5th round, it starts to change the complexity, because I don't care who's training you. You can't get new DNA. It takes years to develop your body to become a 8-round fighter, 6 to 8 round fighter. It's an entirely different beast. So let me know what you guys are thinking. I hope you take the time and really unpack what it is that's going into that fight, because Ben Askren really doesn't have a superstar kind of body. He's usually in the field of, he masters the science of grappling, bringing his opponents down. You can't do that in boxing. You just can't learn boxing. I know he spent a day or so with Jeff Mayweather. If that's as serious as you're taking it, you're not gonna win this fight. Jeff Mayweather, Robert Garcia, Virgil Hunter, it's nobody that can give you advice in one day to transfer into a boxing ring, unless you're fighting a guy who hadn't been in the boxing ring either. So let's see what this fight, like I said, it's just so much to unpack, man. Continue to follow us. For those of you on YouTube, subscribe. If you like boxing, we teach it, we share it, and we talk it. So until next time, be blessed at Godspeed. Drop your comments, who will win this fight, because we will definitely cover the fight post-fight. It's going down. Until next time, special shouts out to my brothers in the School of Boxing. I know who I'm picking. Make sure you check the post. I'm gonna drop it in the comment box. It's on YouTube and on Facebook. Until next time, we out. Eric A. Bradley, the real fight doctor. Peace. And remember, we will be airing more of the George Kambosis interview, and it was a great conversation with the young man. We'll get to learn a little bit more about him. You will get to learn a lot more about him. So until next time, continue blessings, man. We're out. Going into the feints. One thing that fighters will know, if they do the research on you, they know that you are coming out of the peekaboo style. One thing that you'll have to know how to do is feint them until they're open. So feint them out of position one way and then strike them to the opposite side of where you're feinting to. So if you feint here, you can come here up top, you can feint there, and you can go to the body and then keep that head movement, and you can step around, step back, and then walk them down with the grunt walk. All right, so feint here, come here, boom, to the body, take the step, and add that grunt walk.
Ready.
Nice. Time it. Good. 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 See, what you're seeing the guys do is execute and keeping their head off the line. Good. Beautiful work. Coaches always keep in mind that selling the feint is a job. So have them work on those quick twitch drills. Solid stuff. All right, now what will improve that combination is throwing that shot to the head after you come in there. So you're boom, you're feinting here, you're going here, and turning it over there, and creating that second shot, which will create the buzz in the head. And if you take that shot and utilize it the right way, it can be one of the key components and combinations in your arsenal. Let's see what it looks like. And on the way back, we're gonna add it. We're gonna go here, whop, whop, and then back to the lever on the way back. So let's, yeah. Good. 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 Nice movement. Double that shot up. Mm-hmm. Beautiful. Time. Good stuff. Now let's bring that shot down to the body from that feint, maximizing the impact of what you're causing on your opponent's damage drill. So the key is Roy Jones used this combination effectively, and so did Mike Tyson. So let's see what it looks like when you bring it back down, feint up here, feint up top, snap the picture, back down here, back down there, and when you tilt that head, take that feather rib and make it yours. Pop, 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 and get clean on it. Let's see what it looks like. Execute this with all your offensive prowess. Ooh. Good. Mm-hmm. One, pump, pump, pause. Good. Good. And making sure that the front walk is present in your, so good. Delay that last shot. Good. Catch up. All right, so this next drill, you're coming off of the head pop. So you're just gonna go here, pop, and pop, pop, pop. And you're gonna throw a 2 to 3 piece combination just off the head pop. So pop, pop. Step back around to center and whop, up jab, down jab. And you notice I use quick muscle more or less at the end of the shot instead of using so much energy, pulling all the way back from here. I just wait till I get to the point of whop, whop, the point of the chin, and then I whop, whop. As Bruce Lee said, the 4-inch punch is the killer. You're gonna lead with the shotgun jab and do that. Whop, 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 whop. Whoosh, whoosh. So, yeah, do it like the bazooka. Execute a bazooka jab. Back to the middle. You know, keep in mind, if you're boxing in fluent motion, just always remember you can, like you can control your opponent. Just acting like that's part of your job. Just act like that's part of your job. So when you throw the combination, stay in control.